Mr. John Finlay, who you know from Tiger King as Joe Exotic's ex-husband. Hello, buddy. How are you? Welcome.
I'm pretty good. How about y'all?
We're good, man.
We're doing
How
good.
is-
Can't complain.
Dude, ever since quarantine, not many people became a star. It was the black guy with a big penis, and then you. Like, you know, the Tiger King show. It's. I know it sounds weird translation, but it's crazy. Like, you guys, everyone's stuck in their homes, but you guys, the show debuted, the series debuted at just an amazing time just for viewership, where people are looking for a show to binge. And then everyone on the show, in some ways, became stars. How has life been for you ever since Tiger King came out?
Life really hasn't changed except for a lot of interviews, and the cameos.
Oh, dude, you're on Cameo now.
Yes, I'm on Cameo.
Oh yeah, you are on Cameo. I saw that. Is that just like such a good payday? I've seen if you're someone that people are interested in, you're gonna make probably some good money on that thing.
Yeah, I've done a lot of cameos and non-stop recording it.
What's some of the messages you do? Well, here's the thing. People, if you don't know what Cameo is, Cameo is a site where you go on and there's a bunch of celebrities and different people in the media and all different type of personalities, and you could actually compensate them, and they'll do video messages for you, for your friend, the happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy bar mitzvah. What's the craziest message you've given on Cameo?
A lot of them been happy birthdays, or I've done some anniversaries. One of them was actually a question from a sister to her sisters for them to be bridesmaids in her wedding.
That's actually great. Yeah.
There's been a lot of them
That's
that
awesome.
have been like frontline heroes, like nurses and firefighters and EMTs.
You know what I was thinking? The reason your life hasn't changed that much is because we're all in quarantine. I didn't even think about that. You haven't really been out in the public since your show really hit it big. So I think once quarantine's over, your life is going to change big time.
You'll be on all the morning shows. It's going to be pretty surreal.
Yeah, and people at work aren't going to like that because they really like me at work. So
So where are you living now? Which state are you in now?
I'm in Oklahoma.
You're in Oklahoma. Okay. So do your neighbors, were they familiar with your background, with what you did before your current job?
We actually don't really have neighbors. And if neighbors do come out, they're enough distance away they don't really bother us.
That's so funny. We can't even relate to that because we live in places that are just so packed full of people. We're like, what? You have wilderness? That sounds amazing.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
y'all
on the
live
other
in the country.
I know,
Dude,
right? We need to get out a
Trust
little
me,
bit.
every single day, I'm like, man, I should be living that life. I got to work at a zoo or something like that. It's just a lot more entertaining, a lot more normal than the monsters I deal with every single day, the animals I deal with every single day. So, man, how did you even get that job at the zoo? Like, how did it all come together? How did you end up there?
Well, I just needed a job, and I was just out of high school, so wanted to always work with animals, and that was the first place I went, and I got the call that next day, or the same day, and was like, you need to be here because we're leaving for Dodge City, Kansas. And
What, did you find the job on Craigslist? Was that what it was?
no, I just showed up,
Oh, really?
filled out an application.
Was it scary working with these animals? I'm like, I gotta imagine, like, you walk in and you see a tiger for the first time, you're like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this is scary. Like, this is a big-ass animal.
No, actually, it was kind of mesmerizing. You just fall in love with them the minute you see them, and after that, it's all history. I mean, I know they can kill you. I know they can hurt you very bad, but you tend to try to focus on maintaining their life that they want and making sure they're taken care of.
Do you miss the animals? Do you miss seeing them?
I miss the animals a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta imagine.
Were the other people who worked, the other employees, were they zoologists, or were they just people like you who just filled out an application and got a job working at the zoo? Was anybody kind of like a trained background with these animals?
There were some grew up in the industry that come, but most of them they didn't have really any place to go, or they had a criminal background or something, and places that wouldn't normally hire somebody, Joe would hire them.
And we obviously saw on the show that one person got their arm bit off by a tiger. Did you have any accidents with any of the animals at all?
Not to that magnitude, but I I mean, if you watch the scissor reel for the reality series that he was trying to film, I did have a bobcat run over top of me. I still have the same scar in top of my head, and my fiance tells me I have the scars on my shoulders.
Do you, now looking back, do you wish that other reality show would have actually moved forward and the tapes wouldn't have been lost in the fire?
I don't know, because at the time of the fire, I was not even working there.
But you were there for the taping though. But I'm just wondering if you were wish that show would have actually come out, because the tapes are all gone now.
I don't really know if I would want that one out or not, because from what Rick Kirkham says, it would probably be good, but it'd probably be a lot worse than what Tiger King is.
So how was Joe? You know, when you first meet Joe, your first
Gotcha,
impression of him, what
gotcha.
was he like? Was he a star? Did everyone just kind of bow down to him because was he a king? Did he treat him? Did he think of himself as literally like a Tiger King? What was your first impression of him like?
He was actually really nice when I first met him, but he was actually acted like a nice person, like a regular person, everyday person.
Yeah.
And did that morph over time, or why do you say at the beginning he was cool?
With everything that was going on, he wanted the fame, he wanted to become governor, he wanted to become president. He changed over time.
Do you ever miss him or want to talk to him ever again?
No.
No. Not even like I just wonder that just because like we're watching the show and like I don't know if you feel bad for everything that he's gone through and if you're like, oh, it'd be nice to talk to him again. No?
No. I know that might be like wrong to say, but you know, I'm moving forward in my life with being 6 years clean, and everything that's going on. I've thought about becoming an inspirational speaker and just really changing life completely.
So when did the transition with your relationship with Joe, when did it start to become an employee to start to become more involved and have a relationship with him? Did you know, was he making moves or did you know right away that you were starting to have feelings, or how did that go down?
I didn't even know he was gay at first. So he would make little pop shots at me.
I'm curious this. You've done all these interviews recently. Who's the biggest celebrity that reached out and just said they're a big fan? Have you been like starstruck by anybody that reached out?
You know, I've been on The Talk. I've been on the Jenny McCarthy show with her and her husband, Donnie Wahlberg. I've done David Spade. I've even met Kevin Frazier. I've met Billy Bush. And they're all big stars and they're all regular humans, but they have that certain wow factor about each one of them. But
I'm sure it's cool.
Donnie Wahlberg was the biggest one.
That's good. I like that it was Donnie that you went to. That's funny. After watching the show, I got to think, everyone has their opinions of Carol Baskin. I got to know yours. You think she's guilty?
You know, I don't really form an opinion on somebody like that I don't know, because I've only met the woman a couple times and I didn't really speak one-on-one with her. It was during depositions for the lawsuit. So I can't really form an opinion on her.
Well, what about the way that the show portrayed her? Do you think that, because I know that her and Howard aren't exactly happy with the way that the show portrayed them, but do you think they were portrayed accurately?
No, I don't really know what they're like. I've not really ever had any interaction with them. So Carol, I've heard that she's a nice lady and that she's the way she was, but I don't really know who she is. So I can't really say I have an opinion about her.
Yeah. Do you think so? What is your, looking back at the series, are you happy with the show?
Not really. I mean, they made me look like a drugged out hillbilly, and they made it sound like I had an affair, which I didn't. And they never really went into everybody's life story after all this had gone on.
So is that the one part that you feel like you wish they would have showed, is like your life now versus just where it ended there?
They showed Jeff Lowe's part, and they showed John Rinke's, but they didn't go into Saf. They didn't go into me. They kind of went into Doc Con and Tails, but that was it.
Yeah. Do you do you think that the show should be treated more serious, like because for the animal, when you look at the zoo, was there animal abuse there?
No, there wasn't animal abuse. They didn't show the care that we took for the animals. They didn't show what it was actually like really dealing with the animals or anything. They were just focused on the drama parts of it.
Yeah. So who do you think got the worst, rap of it? Do you think Carol Baskin? Because my whole thing is when I watch a show, I thought that was the thing I found really interesting. It was like each episode they kind of focused on one person. One episode they focus on Carol Baskin. Another time they focus on, Joe, and then they focus on, just all different people. Was there one person you thought got out of it pretty easy? Like Doc? Because, no.
No, nobody really got out of it easy except maybe they didn't really go into detail so much that it didn't. Everybody got screwed in it because nobody's really innocent and nobody's really guilty in it. I mean, Joe did go to prison, but he put himself there as far as I know.
Yeah. Do you see Netflix apparently is coming out with another episode this week? What can you tell us about that episode that's supposed to come out with Netflix?
You'll have to ask Netflix.
Did they film more stuff with you at all?
Not that we really know. I mean, they were talking about it as far as I know, but that's it.
So what like today when I logged on to Twitter, I'm seeing all these like transformation videos of people dressing up like Joe Exotic, and like I'm assuming Halloween's going to be crazy. What do you think about the fanfare for Joe right now? Are you like thinking it's ridiculous, or you're like, hey, I knew that this would happen because he was such a big character in life?
I haven't really been paying attention too much to really what's going on out there. I've been so swamped between the interviews, the cameos, the my own Facebook page, and between talking to my agent, we've been pretty swamped. So,
and you know that you will be a Halloween costume this year, right? Like you are that famous now that people are going to dress up like you for Halloween.
I think it's going to be kind of hard to dress. I mean, my tattoos are only on my body, so it's gonna be kind of hard to replicate.
Oh, people will do it. You have
Yeah.
have no fear, man. People will figure out a way to dress up like you. I promise.
Have you and the other people in the series, have you guys been talking?
No,
So no communication between you and the other people?
none whatsoever.
Is it like, do you guys want to talk, or is it just kind of legally you shouldn't talk for that? Because I would think it's like, hey, let's kind of game plan or kind of get some success out of it together, or say, hey, man, every man for himself. This was just our life. This was it.
Everybody just went their own way and never looked back, really.
I have a question for you. So when I'm watching the show and Joe walks around in some of the craziest outfits I've ever seen, where the hell did he go shopping? Where do you buy those wild shirts?
The wild shirts, I don't know.
Did he get them like delivered, or was there like a shop down the street? I gotta know.
I really don't know because he kind of kept that a secret. It was just one of those things. He'd pop up with a new shirt every now and then.
That's so funny.
It's so good. I always wonder. I was curious when the girl got her arm bitten off. Where did he have that EMT jacket? Did you ever see him wear that EMT jacket before?
He actually wore that jacket quite a bit.
Did he?
It was just that day. It was just one of those things that he just threw that one on.
And did he help out with the situation? Did he know what he was doing as an EMT?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay.
I was actually in Amarillo that day.
Oh,
No, I was in Austin. My bad.
oh, really? How was the pizza they served at the zoo? Because I remember they were serving pizza with the meat. How was the pizza?
That pizza was actually really good, and not all the meat that was on top of that pizza was actually from the meat chart.
So wait, so the
I
pizza was
love
actually
it.
good, but the meat on the pizza was actually from like the garbage.
No,
Oh.
he bought most of that, as far as I know.
It's not garbage. It's just like they couldn't sell it at Walmart anymore, so they had to get
Yeah,
rid of
you
it.
know, Walmart's catching hell over that right now too.
But at the same time, if you're donating food because you think it's going to animals, like it is what it is. Hey, so I want to know why do you think people are making such a big deal about your teeth in the show? Obviously, you have new teeth. Let me see your smile. Look at those pretty teeth. Why do you think people are making such a big deal about the teeth in the show? Because obviously you were missing
They look
some.
good. Yeah, man. I'm jealous, brother.
Yeah, I was missing some, but everybody ends up missing some at some point in their life. It's just I missed them at
Yeah.
that
And
point in
then
time.
when did you get them fixed, by the way?
June of 2019.
Are they, sorry, just so I know, is it like a veneers or whatever?
No, they are full dentures.
Oh, wow. That's crazy, man. Well, they look very nice, so congratulations.
Yeah.
You kind of have to learn how
So,
to
was
retalk
your-
after you do it.
Oh, really? Like it's not
Yeah.
the same?
Yeah, it's not the same at all.
So when you get new teeth in, you have to like retrain yourself, kind of like learn how to
Yeah.
rewalk?
You have to relearn how to say words and stuff.
What's the hardest word to learn?
I think it was 66.
60. Oh, too much. The S's, strong S's?
Yep. Yep. You kind of get a lisp after a while.
That's so funny.
So what does your girl think of all this, with all the success and the craziness of Tiger King? And because you met her at the zoo, right?
No, I'm with a totally different one than that one.
What does your girl think about all this? How did you, did she know about your past? When did you even tell her that you were married before? And how did that conversation go down?
Actually, I've never been married. Never legally been married yet.
So with Joe,
so-
you were
So fake married on the
fake
show?
marriage. Yeah.
That was all a publicity stunt for the reality show.
Ah. So then is it frustrating that you keep getting called an ex?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
It kind of eats at you, but I just let it go.
Interesting.
But actually, she knew everything that was going on before we even met each other, and she's like, "Okay,
Yeah.
no big deal."
Well,
Yeah.
Just wait till you're out of quarantine. She's gonna be like, I'm with a superstar.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
You just wait when people start buying dinners and stuff, and you walk into
I
a place
think
and the red carpet's open. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Wait till quarantine's over. You're gonna walk around town, and people are like, "Wait, you're a star, dude." I mean, I see. What do you want to do? How do you want to take advantage of the situation? Do you want to get into acting? Do you want to, how do you want to ride the wave a little bit and take advantage of it?
Yeah.
I mean, and I just want to say this. I wanted to give you a lot of props because you're very open about it, and you're also you're very positive about the situation. So I think a lot of people, people, they like that story. They like to see someone just kind of own it and be open about it. And I think you're in a really good place. So I'm happy for you. But how do you want to capitalize on the situation?
If they want me to do like commercials and stuff like that, or maybe be on TV or whatever, that's fine. But I'm more steering towards the inspirational speaker side.
I think that
Very cool.
that's a really smart angle. I think you should think about a book too. Think about someone sitting down and turning your life into a book, because people will eat that up, buddy. And you can promote it while you're out doing your speaking engagements.
I've talked to my agent about it.
Sounds good. If you need help writing it, let me know.
Yeah. Who was the biggest star that you met at the zoo?
I met a lot of people, but as far as the biggest, I'd have to say Shaq.
Oh yeah, of course, that's the biggest.
Well, he's also the tallest.
That's much bigger people than that. Yeah.
Okay, here's a question for you. I saw you obviously get Joe's name covered over with a tattoo on top of it. Would you ever tattoo someone's name on your body again?
You know, I thought about that, and I actually have somebody else's name tattooed on me already. Are you
Wait,
ready?
who is that?
Yeah.
Batista.
No, Dave Bautista.
Really? Shut up.
I named a cat after him.
I love it. Well, that's different though. That's after the cat.
And you know, with all the memes of me and him, you know, it's actually an honor to be compared to him.
Where is it? Can we see it?
It's on the back of my neck.
Oh, okay. Dave Bautista. You're a big wrestling fan, huh?
I used to be back in the day.
Crazy. That's great.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. And you know that you got. Did Joe make you get that tattoo of him?
Yes and no.
It was back in the day, the crazy time. We'll just chalk it up to that.
Yeah. even though even though you weren't gay, was Joe a good lover?
Oh, that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer that one. That one's a.
All right, we'll move on from that. That's just Adam being Adam. I'm sorry. Well,
Dude, yeah.
what
It's amazing.
is there anything else where you can send people to find you online?
I just have my fan page right now, The Truth About John Finlay, and then they can find me on Cameo.com. Just search my name and you'll find me.
That's cool.
Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate you coming on, chatting, being honest. Like Adam said, we really appreciate just people being candid and just living their life. And I think that's what we're getting from you. We're getting just an honest look into who you are. And I'm sorry if the show didn't portray you exactly how you wanted to be portrayed, but I can tell you as a fan of the show, you came out looking really good on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't feel it, everyone else is going away being like, John was cool.
You know, and a lot of my fans are saying that, and a lot of them are saying negative things about what happened in the show. But, you know, it's about focusing on what is positive, not the negative.
For sure, 100%. And
Yep,
you know the one
absolutely.
thing, it's funny. The one thing I tell you, Joe Exotica made very good pizza. Who would think Joe Exotic made good pizza?
Who said he was the one making?
Oh, that's well. It looked like he made that big turkey dinner. So that turkey dinner, like the Thanksgiving dinner, looked pretty good, didn't he? Because he said he cooked for 140.
I think he
people.
got it catered in.
Oh, did he?
I think
He wasn't always the one cooking everything. There was other people.
Was he a good cook?
I'm a better cook.
I like it,
All right.
brother.
I like. We'll end it right there. Thank you, John. Appreciate
Thank you,
it, buddy.
brother.
Thank you guys. Y'all been great.
Dude, Tiger King.